I choose my priority.
Come on in, come on in, come on in.
Jesus, you're my
Come on in.
I will.
Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Go ahead and tag someone. Go ahead and share. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome this evening to Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome. Trying to set this computer. Come on in, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Go ahead and tag someone. The replay will be up so they can come back and watch it at their leisure. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Y'all, we're in April. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We're in April. The first quarter of the year is about over. 2024 came in strong. Many of you, if you're on my social media or you've heard me in the past and said 2024, there's more. It's coming in 2024. That's what I was saying. In 2024, there's more. And there is more. There is more. I'm going to go ahead and begin. Welcome to you guys that are maybe new to Wisdom Wednesday. This may be your first time. Wisdom Wednesdays are just small segments that I come to do to bring a word of encouragement, word of instruction, word of correction, word of warning, however it may fit your shoes. But tonight, I want to talk about making room. Okay? I want to talk about making room. Listen, there's no way that you can receive more in 2024 if you don't make room for the things that he may have for you. For some of you, 2024 might not have started good. You know, life is always going to life, so we know that things will happen. Struggles, obstacles, valleys, pains, challenges, those things are going to happen. However, when I say 2024 there will be more, you have to make room for that capacity of wanting more. You cannot do things the same way. You cannot say things the same way. You have to make room for the things that he may have in store for you. And you can't just wait until, well, I'm just wait till this happens to do it. No, you have to prepare. You have to begin the thing. You have to start. And with preparation, that causes you to get rid of some things. That causes you to have to do some things. That causes some work. So we got to be careful of all the wanting and the knowing that these blessings and different things are going to come, but not wanting to work and to make room for those things. God, he wants to send the rain. Those winds that we continue to talk about that come, the overflow. You have to have the capacity to receive. We want the blessings. We want the prophetic words that have been spoken. We want the increase. We want the promotion. We want the reward. But how have you been making room for those things? How have you been making room for those things? What have you been doing? How have you been planning? How have you been preparing? Because you cannot do the same thing the same way and expect to get different results. So, how have you been preparing? What have you been doing? What have you laid aside? What have you increased? What have you sacrificed to make room for what is to come? And that's the good things. And even some of the bad things that will happen. We keep hearing about a famine. A famine is going to come. We're in that place now. Stuff is scarce. Inflation. Some people can't even afford food because you're having to choose between, you got to pay your bills, utilities, mortgage or rent, and then food. Food is high. So there's scarcity. What are you doing? Are you putting up perishables? Are you getting water, toiletries, the things that we've heard about these last few years? Are you making room for what is to come? See, a lot of times we just think about the good stuff, the blessings, the promises that he said. But even for some of these disastrous things that are coming, even for some of the things that we've hearing about, the diseases and different things that are to come, how are you making room? And how are you boosting your immune system to prepare for some of the things that is to come? So we can't wait until stuff gets here. We got to make room and prepare for the things. So if you're wanting the rewards, the promotion, that your health to get better, you have to do things to assist in that. You have to do things to prepare for your health to get better. If the doctor's telling you you got high blood pressure, you got diabetes, why are you still your cholesterol, eating food that contains a lot of cholesterol, a lot of sodium? Why are you still drinking a lot of juices and sweets when you know this is what the doctor told you? But you want to do contrary and you want to feed that flesh, but you're not thinking about your health. If you're dealing and you're battling mental health issues, you might not even have a diagnosis, but you know some things are not right. So you may have gotten some medication for anxiety, some medication for depression, whatever, but then you stop taking stuff. But you know you need these pills or different things, lavender to calm you, because some things are not always, over the counter or prescription. But certain things help you. How are you making room to improve your mental health? How are you helping you out and making room for improvements? If we say that God lives in us, in him we live, move, and have our being, then we got to make room for him to live, move, and have his being in us. We got to be willing to put aside those things, like the words that so easily besets us, that so easily causes us to be distracted and do the things that are not of him, so we can make room to put out the things that are of him in ourselves. You got to make room. You got to allow him to come in. Some of you wondering, where God, why this is not happening? This, well, have you made room? Have you opened the door? Have you given him access to you? Because he's not going to come and burglarize and just come in and take over. He wants us to make room so that he can enter in, so that he can do, so that he can do a perfect work in us. But he has to have an invite. So think about how you can make room for him to do the thing that he wants to do on our behalf. And so that he can guide you and instruct you on how to make room. So your increase, your healing, your promotion, a lot of things that you so desire can come to pass. Because some of you are not making room for him. You're making room for self. You're making room for things that tickle your fancy and that pleases your flesh. You're not making room for him. But I encourage you to make room for him and watch the trajectory of your life change. Life gonna life. We're gonna go through things. That's gonna be there. But you can approach things better. You can obtain all the victories if you make room and allow him to fight your battles. Make room. Allow him to guide you. Make room and trust in him. Make room and die to self and watch him do what he has to do in our lives. But you got to make room. You got to be selfless. You got to be, listen, you got to be transparent. You got to be honest. You got to be accountable. So make him a priority in this season, right now. The next quarter is coming, and it's coming soon, and it's coming fast. We want April showers and April flowers, all these things that we say. Make room for him. We only get a lot of flowers and showers and blessings and this and that through him. He's the one who touches the hearts of man. He's the one that changes our night into day. He's the one that gives us joy for our mourning and joy for our tears. He is the one. So I encourage you to make room for him and watch how your life will change. Remember, 2024, there is more. And there's a lot more for us to do, to improve, to be better individuals, to do better work in the kingdom, to be better in all areas of our life. So make room. Make room. Allow him to live in you and watch your life change for the better. I hope that I said something this evening that has caused you to think introspectively, that has given you reminders that it is only in him and through him that doors open. Mountains are removed. Healing comes. Deliverance comes. Freedom comes. Blessings. And the many other things. It is in him and through him. So make room. I'll see you next time, Lord's willing, on Wisdom Wednesday. In the meantime, be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Thank you for joining Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the seeds that some of you sow continuously in this ministry and the works that I do through this nonprofit. Thank you. And until next time.